everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Algerian Football Show. I hope everyone's had a good week. It feels like it's been a little while. Once again, lots of Algerian players in action. There were quite a few fixtures this week. We had the midweek action and then the action this weekend as well. So lots of stories to get through. But let's start with the main Algerian national team. Now, these two games against Niger have been moved around so many times. The organisation is ridiculous, but finally it does seem we have some concrete dates for Algeria's next two World Cup qualifiers. So it looks like Friday the 8th of October, Algeria against Niger in Blida, 8 o'clock kickoff in the evening. That's what we like. So that game looks done and dusted, and then the game after that has been moved around so many times. Niger against Algeria, it was going to be on the 11th of October, and now it's on the 12th of October, and the kickoff is 5 p.m. in Niger, I believe. I don't think it's going to be in Morocco. I think it's going to be in Niger. Now, 5 o'clock means obviously the heat and more difficult conditions for that match. The game was put at 2 o'clock, then it was put at 8 o'clock, and now it's at 5 o'clock. I got told it's at 5 now because their floodlights don't work. The lighting doesn't work in the stadium. So we have to play the game before it gets dark, apparently. But that's a potential banana skin. We should be good enough to get a result there. But again, we're not used to playing early, and usually when Algeria kick off a little bit earlier, we do tend to struggle a little bit, particularly away in Africa. So hopefully not going to be too many problems there. It's just the organisation is just a joke in African football and in CAF. But those are Algeria's next two games. We've got to pick up 2 wins because Burkina Faso are going to beat Djibouti home and away. And it's just important to keep that unbeaten run going as well. But hopefully it's going to be nice, easy games. Of course, Niger are not exactly world-class opponents with respect to them. So it should be 2 wins out of 2 in those next games. And we are waiting now for Jamal Belmadi's latest Algeria squad. It could come any day now. A few countries have already dropped their squads. So of course Algeria tend to be the last country to drop their squad. So I'd expect it to be at least another 7 days before we actually see it, because we always like to drop the squad last. In terms of the squad, I'm not sure who we're going to see. Are there going to be any new recruits? We're crying out for some new players born in France and stuff like that. Are we going to see Kabal? Are we going to see Zadadka? We're going to see Ait Nouri? We just don't know. We have to wait and see what the manager does. There has been a few whispers and rumours around some players, but like I say, it's just all rumours. There's nothing concrete. Belmadi is very strict, very serious. He wants players to come for him. We're not approaching players anymore, so I'll be shocked if there's anyone new. I'd love for there to be some new talent in these games. Test them out in competitive football. Rami Bensebaini, since the last World Cup qualifiers, has barely played any football. There's a recurring groin injury. So again, are we going to have problems at left back again? Rayan Ait Nouri played in the League Cup against Tottenham. He got an assist, I think, from a corner. He's got a brilliant left foot. I just think it's the time to get Rayan Ait Nouri, but I haven't seen enough evidence to see that it's going to happen. Mohamed Fares is in good form and he's playing again. Is Belmadi going to throw Fares straight back into the first team? I think if Bensebaini's injured, I hope he's back fit in time. We've got to have Fares as backup there. That's a crucial position. Funnily enough, with Genoa, obviously Fares scored a couple of goals in his first game for the club. He's actually started to play on the left wing. Not only as a left back, on the left wing. A very attacking left back. And against these lower ranked African sides, you need attacking fullbacks. That's why Yusuf Attal does so well. He's a really good attacking fullback. So Fares and Attal, maybe if Bensebaini's injured, will be the 2 fullbacks in that game. But Bensebaini could be fit and fresh by the time those games come around. So in the midweek, Mahrez started against Wickham in the League Cup. He scored a couple of goals. I think he got an assist as well. Now people are going to say, yes, it's only against Wickham. But Mahrez is Man City's top scorer this season with 4 goals. No player has more goals than Mahrez for Man City. He scored in 3 different competitions. But Pep Guardiola still chose to bench him against Chelsea. Of course, Mahrez came on against Chelsea. He played his 150th game for Manchester City. It's gone so quick. I remember his first game. I think it was against Arsenal or something. But Mahrez has now played 150 games for Man City. I'd be very surprised if he started more than half of those. For me, you've got to start Mahrez against PSG. I think it's PSG next for Man City. Mahrez has to start that game. He has to. Particularly with what he did against Paris last season. Didn't he score against them home and away in the semi-finals? If Pep drops Mahrez for these PSG games, it will be an insult. You have to start Riyad Mahrez. 4 goals for the club this season. Start him against PSG. He always performs well against French clubs. Pep, start Mahrez, because we're not seeing enough game time. We need him fit. He didn't look fit against Burkina Faso, did he? I mean, he played 90 minutes. He looked like he was not fit after 60 minutes. We need Mahrez to play every week. It's crucial for these World Cup qualifiers that Mahrez is getting regular football. Another player that played in those League Cup games, Adlin Gudiora. I can't believe Gudiora at 35, I think he's 36 very soon, still playing against Premier League sides. He played against Southampton. The game went to penalties. A very good performance. We know what Gudiora's like. He's a bit old. He likes to get a yellow card. We can't trust him. He likes to get a red card as well. But it's just a good option to have for Belmadi if we get a few injuries. He's someone we can turn to. Of course, we've got the likes of Zarouki, Badawi, Zorgan coming through. But if you need to turn to an experienced head, even just having Gudiora in the changing room is good, because he will teach the younger players things like experiences of going to World Cups, going to AFCONs. And Gudiora is very good, very experienced, and he's very good mentally as well. But like I say, he's still playing. He's in the Championship. He played against the Premier League team in the Cup. He's still got it. He could still do a job for us if we needed him. But I do think Benassa and Zarouki for me are the main two in midfield, and then the third attacker. Obviously, Feghouli is playing in that position in the moment. I don't think Feghouli will be there that much longer. We need someone else that can play there. Maybe a Belaya, a Yassine Adli, someone perfectly fit for that position, attacking midfield. I don't think we need to play Gudiora and Benassa in the same team anymore. I think we can afford to play Benassa, Zarouki, and an attacking midfielder. So Gudiora performed. Benrahma had another very good game in the Premier League. He could have had 2 goals in 10 minutes against Leeds, but Benrahma with the win against Leeds for West Ham. West Ham looking very good, and of course I'm very happy about that. In Ligue 1, Andy Delort should be taking the penalties for Nice, right? I mean, Ammi Gouiri has taken 2, but we don't like Gouiri as it is for his nationality views. Gouiri has missed 2 penalties in the last 3 games. So why is Delort not taking them? Because Delort's on 4 goals and 2 assists in 7 games. He could have been on 6 goals if he took those 2 penalties. Delort has to be on the next penalty. He's got to be. He knows how to take a penalty. We saw him in that penalty shootout at AFCON against Ivory Coast. He took a smashing penalty. Delort should be the man taking the penalty kicks for Nice. Another goal for Delort in the recent game against Saint Etienne. He seems to be playing in a 4-4-2 with Gouiri. Yusuf Attal keeping a clean sheet in that game as well. Delort is so good. I just rave about Delort every week. And I think if we had any other manager for the national team, say we had one of those French managers or Halilhodžić or something like that, or a foreign manager, they would start Delort every game. But because of Belmadi and his loyalty to the likes of Bounedjah and Belaili, he trusts them more. They've got him a title. Bounedjah, to be fair, has started scoring goals again in Qatar. The Qatari season has started. Bounedjah is getting on the score sheet, so you can't really fault him for doing that. We've got good striking options. If only there was a way to fit Bounedjah and Delort together in the same team. Delort's got everything. He's got pace, power, heading ability, holds the ball up, he's quick, he's so good. I'm just a massive Delort fan, and I hope we don't waste a talent like that, because it was a big decision for Delort to come and play for Algeria. A lot of people were doubting him and stuff like that. So he's come to us. We should be rewarding him with some game time. So I hope we see Delort play more games at Algeria. So he's got 4 goals and 2 assists in Ligue 1 this season. Islam Slimani, he got a couple of starts for Lyon recently. He was on the bench recently. He actually came on in the last game for Lyon and got an assist, Islam Slimani. He seems to like proving people wrong. He's been in the goals and the assists this season. He got that goal against Rangers as well, an assist this time. Of course, he scored 4 goals against Djibouti. He got the assist against Burkina Faso. Slimani still doing bits, still looking like a very talented player. So the likes of Bounedjah, Slimani and Delort, we've got 3 options there. Very good options. They're not the youngest, but they are in their prime. They're all in their prime right now, I reckon. So hopefully we've got some good attacking options, and we should be able to put teams to bed in these World Cup qualifiers. Okija, the goalkeeper, I'm starting to fall in love with him. He had an absolute run-in Ligue 1 against PSG with Mbappe. He was ready to tear Mbappe's head off. Like, he's got the Algerian grinter in him. And whatever you say about Okija, he loves it. Lots of people calling for Okija to play over Rice and Bolhi. Of course, Bolhi has basically been the Algerian national team goalkeeper for the last 11 years. It's going to take a big decision for Okija to come into the goal. But like I say, Belmadi has his favourites. He likes Bolhi. He likes Ben Lamry, he likes Gudiora, he likes Belaili, he likes Bounedjah. He trusts these guys, and no matter how well people play at club level, no matter how many goals Benrahma scores for West Ham this season, he's still going to start Belaili. That's the bottom line. He's going to start Belaili no matter what Benrahma does, unless Benrahma plays in the number 10 position in the central attacking midfield, because you can fit him and Belaili together. We've got so many attacking options. We've just got to find how we put the right pieces of the puzzle in the right place, because when we start playing against better teams, Belmadi's tactical decisions are really going to start to come under scrutiny. But I can't criticise him because we're 29 games unbeaten and he's done a fantastic job. Nabil Bentaleb is training in France with Angers and he could be signing there on a free transfer. I'd like to see Bentaleb get back in club action. Of course, the 2014 World Cup, Bentaleb was so good. If he can get in Ligue 1, Ligue 2, just playing football regularly again, because he's still got talent. Belmadi hasn't really favoured Bentaleb. You know, he sort of throws out Bentaleb and Niger when he first took the job. Remember, we had the likes of Cheetah playing, we had Victor Hull. Lots of midfielders we've been through. Belmadi has tried a lot of players, mainly Tahrat at the back. We don't see much of him anymore. Brahimi's come and gone. So Belmadi's got a lot of options at his disposal. It's just about picking the right one. And when we have to pick a 23-man squad for AFCON, there are going to be some big names that we leave out. But again, it's good to see most of our Algerian players performing well at club level, most of them starting, and good to see a lot of players at big clubs. But anyway, that's it for this week's Algerian football show. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more. I'll see you on the next time, and cheers.